Alright guys, in the last video we went ahead and created our nav bar for Glosm. We created our carousel. Now we're going to move on to the icons area. So let's go right below the carousel section and we'll put a comment here. We'll just say home icon section. And we'll put a section here. This is going to have an ID of home-icons. And let's give it a class of py5, which is going to give padding on the top and bottom. Okay, so we'll have our container. Inside the container we'll have a row because we're using a grid. We're going to have 3 4-column divs. So let's say dot call md4, and we're also going to do let's see, we're going to do mb-4, okay, because we want some margin bottom, and also text-center. And then let's multiply. We're using Emmet, so we're going to say multiply by 3 and tab. So in each one of these we're going to have an icon. So let's put an I tag with a class of FA, also a class of FA-cog right here, which will give us like a gear icon. And then I'm also going to do an MB2, so margin bottom 2. And under that, let's do an H3, okay, no class. And then we'll say turning gears. And then we'll put a paragraph with some sample text. I'll just say lorem 10. Alright, and then what I'll do is just copy the icon, the H3 in the paragraph, and we're going to put that in each one of these divs. And save, and it should look like that. Okay, now I just want to change the icons for the second one, which will be cloud, and then the third one will be cart plus. So cart dash plus. And we'll change the heading. This one will be sending data. This one will be making money. Save. There we go. Now you'll notice these icons are very small by default. So what we're going to do is go into our SAS file. I'm going to actually add a variable for this called icon size. Okay, so icon size, I'm going to set it to 55 pixels by default. And then we're going to go down below the carousel image class, and we're going to put in FA. And let's say font size. Set it to the icon size. And save. And there we go. So there's our home icons. Now, since we did that really fast, I think we can stick to this video and go ahead and do the heading part and the info section. So let's go right under the home icons. We'll put a comment here and we'll say home heading section. And let's put a section with an ID of home-heading. We'll also do a class of, let's do P-5, so padding 5. Where this is going to actually have an overlay. It's going to be an image, but I want a dark overlay, so we'll have a class of dark-overlay. We've done this in other projects. Then we're going to have a row. Okay, then we're going to have a column. It's just going to be one straight column. And then in here, we're going to have the container. Okay, we're also going to have a class of PT5 for padding top 5. And then we'll have an H1. We'll say, are you ready to get started? And then let's put a paragraph. And let's see, for the paragraph, we'll say lorem 20. So let's save that. So it should look like that by default. Pretty ugly, but we're going to fix that. Let's go into our CSS. Or SCSS, I should say. And we're going to add a variable for our dark overlay. We're going to do it just like we've been doing it. The overlays I'm going to set to an RGBA value of black, which is going to be 0, 0, 0. And then the opacity, we're going to do 0.7. Okay, and then we're going to go down to the bottom here, and we'll say home heading. And we're going to set this to position relative. Okay, and then we'll give it a min height of 200 pixels. We'll give it a background, which is going to be a URL. So I'm going to just grab the image real quick, which is going to be in your project files. Let me see, where is it? Okay, let's bring this down. It's going to go in the image folder and paste. Okay, so it's just these cars, this nighttime scene, and I got this from Pexels as well. Okay, Pexels is a fantastic site for really nice stock images. So that's called lights JPEG. So we're going to go // into the image folder and then lights.jpg. All right. Now I want it to be a fixed background attachment. So we're going to say background attachment is going to be fixed. We're going to set the repeat. So background repeat is going to be set to no dash repeat. And let's see, we're also going to text align to the center. And we're going to give it a color of white. Alright, so we'll save that, and if we look at it, you can see we have the image in the back. Now, the image is too bright. We can't really see the text too well, so we're going to add our dark overlay. So remember, we gave it a class of dark overlay. And we're going to give this a position of absolute. Alright, let's give it a background color of our variable dark overlay, and let's give it, we'll start at the top 0 and left 0, and we want it to go over 100%, so width will be 100%, and then height will also be 100%. Let's save it. And now you can see we have a dark overlay. Now we have this horizontal scroll bar. To get rid of that, all we have to do is go up to the top and we'll add a body style for the body. And we're going to say overflow -x, set that to hidden. Okay, that'll get rid of that. Let's see. Yeah, that should be good. All right. So let's see, what do we want to do next? I want to go ahead and resize this. Okay, now the caption for this is going to disappear on small screens. That's how we wanted it, because it just looks too cluttered with it. But notice that the text here, the paragraph, starts to go out of the 200 pixel container. So what we could do here, actually what we're going to do is just get rid of the paragraph on small screens. So we're going to add a class to this paragraph right here. Let's say class, and we'll say d_none. Okay, so that's going to get rid of it completely, but we want it to display on small and up. So we'll say d-sm-block. Okay, so now when we make this bigger, then we get the text. Actually, you know what? Let's do MD. There we go. All right. So now what we want to do is the info section. So let's go back to our HTML. Go down to the bottom. We'll say info section. And give it a section with an ID of info. We'll also give it a class of py3, so padding 3 on the top and bottom. Give it a container, a row, and what we're going to do is we're going to have two 6-column divs. So we'll say call md6, and yeah, we'll just we'll have 2 of those. Okay, so in this first one, let's put an h3. We'll just say lorem ipsum for the heading. And then for the text, we'll put a paragraph. I'll say lorem 20. We'll put 20 words in there. And then we'll just have a link with the class of btn btn dash outline dash danger, so it'll be a red outline, and then btn dash lg for large. Alright, we'll just say learn more. Now I want this aligned to the center, so what I'm going to do is go to our column div here and just say align dash self dash center. Okay, and then on the other side, on this 6 column div, we just want an image. I'm going to grab that image, which will be in your project files. This is going to be, let's see, it's going to be a laptop image with a mock-up of this actual theme, which I created in Photoshop. So let's go ahead and say source is going to be image slash laptop dot png. And then I'm just going to give it a class of image fluid so it stays in its container. Let's save. Okay, there we go. And I don't think there's any extra styling we have to do here. Nope, that's it. So in the next video, guys, we're going to get into the video section where we have the icon so we can open up the video and make that autoplay. All right, so I will see you in the next video.